Good evening and welcome to Avocado, the morning show made to appease all of your avocado cravings. I'm Claire.
And I'm Oliver. Today we're delighted to have a fantastic lineup of hobbies, arts, music, fashion and other pop culture segments prepared for your viewing pleasure.
First up, let's journey through a labyrinth of 40-year-old abandoned buildings with our photography and media correspondent, Sarah Depter.
I find something strangely captivating about abandoned buildings, the way they allow us to glimpse into a different, more mysterious world. You can find the Tooth & Co brewery in Mittagong, juxtaposed alongside the seemingly ordinary suburban houses. The Maltings has stood abandoned for 40 years, since its closure in 1981. Whilst the brewery was in peak production, it averaged around 15 million pints a year, although its vast spaces now stand stoically silent. The brewery opened in 1989. After a period of success, it unfortunately suffered several fires in each of the malt houses, which eventually led to its permanent closure. Whilst exploring the buildings, I found the most striking feature to be the grand presence the buildings have over the surrounding landscape. It also amazed me that most of the buildings are still intact after being built over 120 years ago, and now being left to the elements. The main challenge I came across while visiting the brewery was the accessibility to the upper floors, as almost all the stairs have been destroyed. The only stairs that remain are a few in the second building, which are the only original stairs left, and another makeshift set in the first building. Although this problem doesn't seem to stop keen explorers and photographers like myself from attempting to traverse the location. So if you ever find yourself in Mittagong, I would recommend paying a visit to the Maltings, and I would definitely bring someone with you, as the location could be somewhat treacherous alone. The Tooth & Co brewery highlights the main reasons why I love abandoned buildings. It's somehow marrying together the combination of urban decay and a rich history to make something truly unique.
As Sarah says in the video, exploring abandoned buildings is good fun and games, but we always recommend bringing along a friend. Your safety comes first, and it's best to have someone along with you to ensure that nothing goes wrong.
Very, very true, yes. During the filming of this segment, Sarah had to traverse a fleet of rusty stairs and almost fell through the floor. With that said, you'll likely be safe in the company of others. There are plenty of hobbyists getting into urban exploration nowadays. Sarah says there were many other explorers and photographers at the site while she was filming, and only one group, she said, looked a bit sketchy. She, as she quotes, was pleasantly surprised with how not dodgy all the people at the site were.
In conclusion, Sarah says that she was surprised by the gorgeous scenery and that there was a sense of beauty in urban decay, as ironic as that is.
Well, thanks, Sarah. Now for a short message from our sponsors at Unicorn.
Avocado is brought to you by Unicorn.
Unicorn is an organic clothing brand based in Melbourne, Australia. Keep watching for a one-time offer of 10% off your next purchase.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to Avocado, the talk show made to appease all of your avocado cravings. Here with Matt Sharon, pop culture extraordinaire with the latest and greatest entertainment news. A catch-up of recent events in cinema, games and other pop culture mediums.
Let's take a look at what Matt's cooked up for us this week.
Hello everyone and welcome back to your daily dose of the latest and greatest in entertainment news. I'm your host Matt and well, let's get straight into it. In gaming news today, Santa Monica Studios' newest game, God of War, has just released with flying colours. The latest installment is the 8th in the long-running action-adventure game series and is considered to be a reimagining of the series altogether, focusing more on exploration and story. In an interview with Cory Barlog, game developer for God of War, he said, "During development, what I really wanted to bring out was really this concept of being on the tour bus and being able to pull the string and get off whenever you want." Currently, the game is sitting at a 95% score on Metacritic, tying for highest rated PS4 exclusive along with The Last of Us. So, will you be picking up a copy of the latest game this weekend? Let us know. In other news today, Amazon Studios has purchased the rights to J.R.R. Tolkien's famous Lord of the Rings series, putting into production a new Lord of the Rings TV show. The newest of Amazon's blockbusters is rumoured to be released around November 2019, and is planned to be 5 seasons long. Reportedly, the budget will be around $1 billion, the largest in television history. With the return of the Tolkien universe to the big screen, many have been unwelcoming of its reappearance. John Rhys Davies, the actor of Gimli in the original Peter Jackson movies, said, "It's not about doing it better, it's about making more money. That's all." So far, plot details of this show are unknown, but it's safe to say the show will be a massive hit with audiences all around the world. Speaking of big hits, a trailer just dropped for what might just be the latest Sharknado, The Meg. Directed by John Turteltaub, this new deep-water thriller is set to drop in August of this year. The film's main villain, the Megalodon, a massive prehistoric shark returning and causing havoc on the ocean's surface. Let's check it out.
Chew on this, you ugly.
So, what do you guys think about the latest trailer for The Meg? Let us know on our Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at The Daily Dose. I'm Matt, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the next episode. Back to you, Claire and Ollie.
Thanks for the update, Matt.
Next up, former art captain Ollie Golding, who talks about his life story involving art and what it takes to become the art captain.
How'd I get into art? It's a funny story, actually. Well, I grew up on a farm, and I had a very loving family most of the time. That was until my dad got into artwork. Yeah, that was a rough day. See, I used to draw, little stick figure fights, the usual. But when Dad got into art, he had to big me all the time. He would make masterpieces, he called them. So from that day I decided that I wanted to continue my obsession with art. And that's what it was, an obsession. Firstly, my room was completely covered in my artworks, selling the occasional one for a couple K. But it wasn't enough for me. I had to move out of that town. I needed to take on the city. So that's what I did. That's how I've ended up here at Ravoir Collage. And yeah, it's been a struggle. I was art captain for a short time with a fellow artist, Mia Garland. Despite the fact she did nothing, it was a good time being an art captain. I felt like I was finally recognised for what I was really capable of. But now it's my last year at this college, and I plan to take on the real world. I've just dabbled in some animation. I'm now getting offers from all over the world to come work for their animation studios. I'm declining them, of course, because my hope is to take over the animation industry and the art industry. It's a tough life. It's worth it,
confused with Oliver, has this to say about the video. This video is only a joke and isn't a realistic telling of my life. I still agree with my statement about being the only good art captain though.
Ollie mentions that his experimentation with animation has taught him a lot about the workload involved in being an animator, and indeed gave him a new perspective on how art is made for a whole. For any aspiring artist, frame-by-frame animation is an overlooked art medium. Ollie recommends that you all try it out for yourselves, and bringing images to life and all.
Well, thank you, Ollie, for your insight into animation. And thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week, so make sure to tune in to Avocado, the world's only morning show to be shot in the evening.